When they came to see me initially, Marc Lavoine and Gabriele Pessioni, in their roles as Eva and Louis, they came to see me at the International Criminal Court to see if they could set up this team of detectives to solve cross-border crimes, because they're not Interpol, no one could do it. There was no tracking service. I mean, the FBI discovered this in the United States in the 30s. So they developed the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And so this is treating the European community as a federation. And they wanted to become the police force. So I had to go back to the judges in the criminal court, in the ICC, and ask them for permission. It's difficult because to get it, because you're treading on the toes, on the territory, on the pride and vanity of police forces in Italy and in France and in England, wherever. But I managed to get it for them, and they proceeded to cull out of the police forces in Europe, in England. I would think the officers that were the closest to Navy SEALs in the American terminology, these guys could, with no problem, have gone in with the correct equipment and taken out Saddam Hussein, Osama bin Laden, whomever. But that's not what they do. They solve the crimes. They have great intellectual capacity, observational capacity, and toys, loads of toys. They know how to use them. He was a crime boss, you know, someone who came out of the breakup of the Soviet Union. And he made an immense amount of money, got a lot of power. He took a lot of the officers that had worked with him in the Soviet army and set up this crime syndicate. And he was vicious, and just as an act of revenge, he killed the child of a friend of mine. And I went after him personally. I went after him to kill him. Well, actually not to kill him, to bring him into justice. To bring him to justice. It wasn't, as I said to the people involved, I'm not a murderer. I have killed people when it was necessary and essential. But I don't kill as an act of justice. I bring them to the court, and they are convicted and serve sentences. But so I tracked him down, but he knew more than I did, and he nearly blew me up. I think probably in real life he would have, but in this particular instance, because it was a television episode, he didn't. And I survived to track him down in season 2. And that's an episode, that's the first episode. I follow him to where he is, and I confront him. You'll see. No, I mean, Rebecca was his lover, you know, I mean, a long time ago. And he introduced her to Louis, and they married and had a child. So he has a connection, you know, visceral, emotional. And Louis was probably the only person who could come to her. Louis is the head of the team. Louis, played by Marc Lavoine, he's probably the only person who could have come to Dorn to ask for the possibility to set up this team. So that's the connection. But Prague is it's just a brilliant place. I love the studio, Berendorf. I love the people at Steel King, the film company, the overriding film company. And I love the locations in Prague and the locations outside it. But the city itself, it's just, if you've never been there, go in the warmer weather, but it's just an exquisitely beautiful place. I had an apartment. I lived opposite the Jewish cemetery, and I could look at it out of the windows, and I could see the snow falling on it, and God, it was redolent with such emotional frisson. It was very beautiful. Anyway, and you eat very well there. You have to eat carefully, but you eat very well. It's really good. It's very dangerous. It's exquisitely shot. But I love this show. I think it's a wonderful show. And I love doing it, and I want to do it more and more. I hope you enjoy it.